Hi everyone, welcome back. It's the start of the month, so naturally, we're talking about jobs in the UK, all of which offer sponsorship, many of which will allow you to take your family along with you. Now, many people have been claiming that September is when the job market opens up, so I'm going to be talking about whether or not that's true and also about which jobs have the most opportunities in the UK in terms of sponsorship and which ones are really difficult to get. So stay with me all the way till the end. If you're new, I'm Ashika, and I talk about moving across the world for that dream job or to study. And with that, let's dive in. Now, in all honesty, there have been fewer jobs this year. The market for jobs with sponsorship has slowed down, mostly because of stringent rules for hiring people from outside the country. Another change that has kicked in is in terms of what jobs are being offered for sponsorship. 2 years ago, there were lots of openings for tech roles and even marketing roles. Last year, lots of openings for carers, but this year, most of the openings are for dentists and also for vets, GPs, pharmacists, and chefs. So the roles in demand keep changing, but some roles like teaching roles, HR roles, fashion-related roles, or even financial roles are not easy to come by because the UK doesn't really have a shortage when it comes to these roles. It's a skill set that's already available in the UK, and in many cases, some of these roles are region specific. Like with the case of HR, you would need to know labor laws in the UK. So honestly, your experience from another country might not exactly be relevant. So it is trickier to get hired from outside the country for such roles. That doesn't mean you can't get hired, it just means it won't be the easiest process and your journey will be very different from perhaps a dentist. So bear that in mind. Now, today we've got health roles and we've got a lot of them. And there's also the mixed bag, which is basically jobs from across all sectors. With health jobs in particular, there are tons and tons of openings for dentists, and I've not included all of them, so just please check the job portals that I will show you, and you'll find all the rest of them there. Now with that, let's get into it. Adent is looking to hire a dentist. Pertemps Medical is looking to hire a dermatology consultant in London and Manchester. Jobs and Visas is looking to hire a senior physiotherapist with a UK visa. Jobs and Visas is also looking to hire a podiatrist. Zest Dental Recruitment is looking to hire an associate dentist. Zest Dental is also looking to hire a private dentist. MCG Healthcare is looking to hire a salaried GP. Ramley Health is looking for a senior nurse. Nationwide Care Services is looking for a care assistant. Pain Free Dentistry Group is looking for an associate dentist. Lloyd Cowan Veterinary Recruitment is looking for a veterinary surgeon. TLC Care is looking for a registered nurse. Riverdale Healthcare is looking for an associate dentist. A confidential company is looking for a senior care assistant. Evolve is looking for a pharmacist. Holden Knight Care is looking for multiple roles for senior occupational therapists. SW Veterinary is looking for a veterinary surgeon. Specsavers is looking for an optometrist. RGH Global is looking for a care home care coordinator. Topline Care Solutions is looking for a care worker. NHS Jobs is looking to hire for a CTC specialist lead radiographer. They're also looking to hire a trainee in advanced clinical practitioner urology. And Pertemps Medical is looking for a consultant dermatologist. Now, one thing to keep in mind is where to look for job postings. The most legitimate postings can be found on the websites of the companies that you're interested in applying to, basically the careers section. Now, apart from that, most often LinkedIn, gov.uk, NHS Jobs, and Indeed postings are legit, but there are also a lot of websites that post scam jobs or jobs with no real intention of hiring, and they're just looking at collecting CVs. So it's important for you to check the authenticity of a website before you share any of your details with them. What is also very important for you to remember is that you should not be paying any companies or agencies for a job in the UK. Sometimes you might want to consider going through agencies that ask you to pay just in the hope that you can get to the UK, but I really advise you against that. Once you get into the UK without a proper job, you will be entirely at their mercy. A few days ago, the BBC had done an article on the horrible living conditions of immigrants who were recruited to work on boats in the UK. Often these immigrants were lied to and brought to the UK for cheap labor. All of their documents were seized by the employer once they got here, and they barely had enough money to survive. They didn't have access to drinking water, they didn't have access to food, they were basically thawing ice just to get drinking water, and they had no documents, so they couldn't leave even if they wanted to. So if you feel a job is not authentic, there is something wrong with it, do not agree to take it up because you may end up in a far worse condition than you are in now. Now, on a slightly different note, let's move on to the mixed bag. Answer Recruitment is looking for a chef de partie. Goodman Mason is looking for a PNC reserving manager. Skills Provision is looking for a high voltage overhead transmission line worker. Wayman Recruitment is looking for a Senko. Path Healthcare is looking for a deputy manager or service manager for learning disability. Distinct Recruitment is looking for an audit senior supervisor. Duodata is looking for a bubble tea store manager. An unnamed company is also looking for a chef de partie. Kingston Barnes is looking for an electrical maintenance engineer. An unnamed company is looking to hire a sous chef. Rule Guard is looking for a database administrator. Kingston Barnes is looking for an electrical maintenance engineer. Ernst Gordon Recruitment is looking for a CNC programmer. JAC Recruitment is looking for a Japanese-speaking logistics sales manager. Dadial Halal Meat is looking for a butcher. A company in Scotland is looking for a chef de partie. Insoft Solutions is looking for an Indian cuisine chef. Mama Calabar is looking for a head chef for a Nigerian restaurant. Baz Same Day is looking for an operations manager. Smart Tech Repairs is looking for an electronics, electrical engineer, mobile phone technician or micro soldering technician. Veggie Valley is looking for a food machine technician. Pepper and Crust is looking for an Indian chef. D4 Medicals is looking for an SEO and PPC specialist. North Star Shipping is looking for a naval architect. East End Training is looking for a training center manager. Insoft Solutions is looking for a React or Angular user interface UI developer. They're also looking for a senior Linux systems administrator. 360 Work is looking for a full stack developer. The NHS is looking for a general manager. Oceans Travel is looking for a travel branch manager. TPP is looking for a product demonstrator and trainer. And Holt Recruitment Group is looking for a ground segment architect and a product assurance manager. And that's a wrap. Now remember, you need a killer CV to land that job, and if you're looking for help to get started on that, check this out.